Welcome to the MiniVerse podcast, where we talk about movies, TV shows, and everything in between. I'm Neil Green, and as always, I'm here with my co-host,
Nicholas Epler.
Now, let's get right into it.
This week, me and Neil both saw different movies. I saw Lights Out, the horror movie that recently came out, and Neil saw the new Star Trek movie, and then together we saw Ghostbusters. So this episode we're planning on individually talking about the movies we saw, and then at the end talking about the movie we saw together, Ghostbusters.
We're gonna start with Star Trek Beyond, which I'm still cracking up over that name because it sounds like an old '90s TV special. You know what I mean, like a Twilight Zone parody or something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. So first we're gonna start with Star Trek Beyond. So I think I'm gonna cover like the characters and generally how it stood up to like the old style Star Trek, because there were a lot of nods to the old style. Although somebody has not really made it his mission to watch any Star Trek.
I think I've seen one movie, never watched the show.
So I'm just gonna kind of fill him in on some stuff. Although I don't claim to be a great Star Trek expert, and I'm gonna talk about why this was the best one so far. Because it was
claims. Is everyone saying that? Or?
This is it's highly liked so far because.
But it was by the director from Fast and Furious, like Tim Lane.
He was good though.
Or Tim Yang,
it was like Justin Lin. I think that's it.
Okay, that's Tim something. But
I don't know. But it was really 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 cool, and mostly because it kind of continued. It was like an episode from the old Star Trek, like they had. And it was even better because in the last few movies they really, and number 2 was not as good, even though it had Benedict Cumberbatch, who's like my favorite British actor. But it.
Oh, and by the way, little side note, we have a little bit of a British, audience. We saw like 20% of our views came from Great.
Although like nobody listens all the way through, so like we're gonna challenge you this week. Please, God in heaven, listen to more than like 5 minutes of this.
Oh man, that's funny.
Because it's really depressing to see how little time people watch of this.
It's like an average of like 3 minutes. But anyways, let's get back into it.
Yeah, so that's bizarre that we have some kind of British audience whatsoever.
I think it might just be a VPN.
It could be a VPN. But where was what was I talking about?
Benedict.
Oh yeah. So but the second one wasn't as good. The first one was more about Captain Kirk, which is the
Kirk.
Yeah.
Spock.
Yeah, we got Kirk, Spock, Bones, Scotty, live long and prosper. There's old Spock, young
Beam
Spock.
me up.
Beam me up, Scotty. I
know that.
You know that? Well, I'm not proud of you. Okay, so the third movie was really cool because it like I already said, it kind of went on like an episode of Star Trek because there was more character development and they seemed more creative with how they did it. Like, oh, and beware for spoilers for all 3 movies we're going to talk about. So we've got Captain Kirk, who they're on their 5-year voyage, just like in the TV show. If you've watched it, which is they're on a 5-year voyage to go where no man has gone before. Although, in the next series,
so they're actual human beings, or like a different species, or like I don't
know. They're mostly people. But when they after the original Star Trek show ended, they changed it to no one because they had like women and aliens, and I mean they had women and aliens in the first one, but they didn't really care. So, but this is based off the first set of them. So they're boldly going where no one has gone before, or no man has gone before. Space, Final Frontier, you get the idea. So, in this one, Kirk is kind of bored with his command of the Enterprise. He feels like his life has kind of entered a little bit of a monotonous, continuing cycle. Like, he doesn't really have any excitement. He feels kind of lost when it comes to, like, where they're going. There doesn't seem to be any end in sight, although they're like 2 or 3 years in, although Nick has not seen it. And which I'm still mad at you about because I wanted you to come see it with me. But
was the 2009 the first one they made? Mm-hmm. Was it not very good?
No, it was pretty good.
And the second one wasn't very good?
The second one was meh.
And were the first 2 made by J.J. Abrams?
Yeah.
Okay.
He used a bunch of lens flares, which is like what you hate. Yeah, you hate them.
I like lens flares. Okay. I have like a love-hate relationship with them. They're just a little bit cheesy to me.
I don't know. So anyway, blah, 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 Kirk is tired of traveling into the unknown darkness. And so the idea is they dock at a space station, and he's trying to become an admiral, and admirals don't fly ships, but he kind of wants to ground himself. So he's kind of trying to leave his ship, and you don't know if it's gonna work out, but it seems it's going pretty well. So they're all having R&R time, but they get a distress signal from this kind of closed up nebula place where no communications go to, and there are a bunch of planets within this area. And so he volunteers his crew to go find this missing crew of this distress signal that was sent. Turns out it's a trap, because why wouldn't it be a trap? You're going into a dark, scary star being born, and there's mean aliens who want to kill you. So, I'm just gonna speed this little end part up. There's aliens. Long story short, the captain. There's a mean guy. We've got a Mohawk bar up right now saying it's a trap. Oh, look, he has a baseball cap in that picture.
Wait a second.
Wait. Okay. I don't think that's gonna communicate well. But anyway, blah 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 blahs. Evil aliens killing people. Oh, they crashed the Enterprise.
Doesn't sound too original. Doesn't sound too.
No, it's great. I can't communicate like the comedy to you. It was hilarious.
Oh, so it's funny. I didn't know there was funny aspects to it.
There were funny aspects. It was really
okay.
good. At the beginning, starts out with like he's trying to make peace with this alien race, and they've zoomed in on them so they look big, but it turns out they're tiny little things, and it's great. And they all like tackle him and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really funny. He goes. We are offering this in complete peace and prosperity as a measure of peaceful friendship, and he goes, "You want to boil us and eat us in our own soup?" And he's like, "What?" And then they all just like attack him, and it turns out they're tiny people. That's great. But
that sounds nice.
It's we're about to fight over some Star Trek. You know that, right? But anyway, it's great. Blah blah blah. There's some angry aliens, and turns out there's aliens.
What was your favorite part of the movie?
Okay, yeah, you just asked me questions because I don't want to do the whole.
Yeah. Well. Who do you think was the best actor or actress? Who do you think played the best? And who?
I don't know. I really enjoyed Spock, but I also enjoyed the actor that played the Doctor on Ship, the Bones, because like
Carl Urban.
Yeah.
Urban.
Because like Dr. McCoy. Because like I said, it read like an old series, so they had a lot more character development on each one. Like Simon Pegg, who plays Scotty in this, he got to write a lot of this one, and he's a great comedian, and he got to write a lot of this, and so surprisingly enough,
Is this the guy from that alien movie, Paul, with Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
Is that him?
But that's not what you should know him from. You should know him from Hot Fuzz, or
I hate that movie.
At World's End, or...
Are those the zombie movies that y'all always play?
No. Oh, Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, is that?
It's a great movie.
I hate those.
What?
Those are the worst to me.
I hate you.
No, we've talked about this so many times.
Have we?
Yes, I hate these movies.
Oh my gosh, I don't... You're making me mad. Okay.
Paul was really funny, though.
Anyway, he wrote a lot of this movie, and so surprisingly enough, his character Scotty gets a lot more screen time in this. Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah, it's great, but he's...
Would you say that the actors did really well, or it was just good writing, or maybe a mixture of both?
I'd say it's good writing, but also great, like, delivery. And there were some couple of things that didn't make sense. Like, there's this motorcycle on this crashed starship that they find, and it's like, why is there a motorcycle on the starship, and then why are you driving it around? Oh my gosh. There's the funniest part of the movie. They play Beastie Boys' Sabotage on a radio. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So they find out that the only way to defeat the alien swarm, they have like these ships, and it's like this giant swarm of evil aliens, and they tear through everything, right? They're trying to destroy the space station, where all the happy little Star Trek people are. And so...
That's the Star Trek people are trying to save.
Yeah, So they come back at this old ship that they rebuilt. It's like one of the first Federation ships that had crashed on the planet, and nobody knew what happened to it. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. And they rebuilt it, and they flew it out of there, but it's like hundreds of years old. It's really, really old. So what happens is they're trying to save it, and they figure out that the only way they communicate by radio, they're like robot. It's like a robot swarm, you know what I mean? Like alien like swarm. So they communicate. The only way to stop them is to like confuse their radio signal. So they pick something loud and confusing. So they play Beastie Boys' Sabotage.
That's funny.
And as they run through the alien swarm, stuff just starts exploding. Like it's like they're riding a wave of exploding alien ships. It is just the coolest thing.
That's really funny.
It is really, really funny. Oh, you know, Anton Yelkin. I forgot to talk about him. He died.
Don't clap. I mean, don't stop. It's really loud.
Oh, it is? Okay, I apologize. Anton Yelkin, he died.
Is this the guy that died?
Yeah, it's him.
Like the man that passed away so sadly young.
He's great.
27. Wow.
He's Russian. Yeah, it is really, really, really sad. He was a really good actor.
He's Russian, so he must be not.
No, he's great. Yeah, he's great. No, luckily our map showed that we didn't have any viewers in Russia. And we wouldn't.
Let's look at some of his movies. Fright Night.
He wasn't in a lot of
Star
really
Trek.
big stuff. Star Trek was his big break, and then I think he was in Terminator.
He was in Law and Order. Like
everyone's been in Law and Order.
It's probably so easy to get into like a role there.
Oh my gosh. Just look like a crying little boy whose parents have been killed, and you will get in. But then it turns out, twist, you killed your parents. And so it is oh my gosh. This boy, he's acting all sad, but he killed him. He did it.
Okay.
No.
Is that all you gotta say about Star Trek, or?
I will say it was much, much better than its predecessors. The plot was really cool. The villain was way more interesting. He had a lot more depth. It turns out he's like an old Star Federation captain that kept himself alive with like some health technology. Like he'd steal the vitality from other people and stuff and survive.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. Played by Idris Elba, who's just great. I don't know if you've ever listened to any Idris Elba. Listened, like he has a show. No, like watched any Idris Elba films, but he's always good. He was in Jungle Book recently.
Was that movie any good?
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It was like all CGI, which is usually a problem. But it had like Bill Murray, and it kind of relied on a child actor a lot. But it was good. Like it was really, really good. Mm-hmm. They had a bunch of great. I mean, Scarlett Johansson was in there.
Hey, Justin Lin is going to be the producer for Space Jam 2.
Oh my gosh, they're making another Highlander. I didn't even know that.
I guess so.
You don't even know what Highlander is, do you?
No.
There can only be one! Have you never seen that?
No.
Hopefully we have listeners that are at least 40, because they'll know what I'm talking about. But we don't have time to get into Highlander, so now I think we're going to get into Lights Out.
Oh, wait, before that...
Okay.
Did you like Justin Lin, or... When J.J. Abrams was the director, was there like a noticeable difference in like directing style?
So much. No, yeah, because J.J. Abrams, a lot of his stuff took place in the ship. Like, there was a lot of ship stuff, and...
They don't want to get outside of the ship.
Yeah, and they did, but, like, Justin Lin, he really grounded the series. Like, the ship crashes, and they're just stuck on this alien planet, you know? And there is space stuff, but the big chunk of the movie was on the planet, and it was far more interesting, and he developed the characters. I really thought he did a better job than J.J. Abrams did on this.
So, okay.
Okay.
Did he do better or worse than Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift?
I think he did much, much better than Fast and
That's
Furious
all I wanted to hear. Okay, well, I saw Lights Out.
Okay, Lights Out.
And Lights Out is based off a short film made in, it was 2014, May 17th.
You know what really disappoints me about that? Is nobody knows that it was made from a short film.
Really?
Yeah, like tons of people, I'm like, do you know it was made from a short film? They're like, oh, that's really cool. And I'm like, how do you not? Yeah, I was like, nobody knows. They just think it's an independent
It's a pretty famous short film.
Yeah.
Not famous, but like a few,
well known.
A lot of million views.
Yeah, well, if you
I'm sure if someone watched it, they'd know.
Yeah, they'd know immediately.
But if
our viewers don't know, Lights Out is a movie about a monster that can only...
Well, I'm trying to explain the movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
We'll include the link of the short film. It's actually one of the first short films I watched. It's pretty good. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but it's a cool idea. Basically, what it's about a monster that can only be seen at night, and when you turn the lights on, it disappears. So it's this really cool concept. You turn off the lights, and it's just there. You see like a shadowy figure with eyes. Turn the lights out, and turn the lights on, and it's gone. Turn the lights back off, and it's there. And it really, it digs down to a fear that I've had as a kid. You know, like, oh, if you turn the lights on, everything's okay. Obviously, that's not the truth. But this movie really like gets to that fear that I've had, and it kind of brings it out. The one that I haven't had since I was like 10 years old.
Yeah, and
it's a really cool idea. It's actually one of the best horror movies I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. Okay, so you really liked it. I have not seen it yet. The critics liked it pretty well. Pretty generally.
76% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is good for a horror movie. I haven't seen a horror movie that
there's
good.
A lot of like bad horror movie critic responses out there. They didn't like. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Batman: The Killing Joke is an animated movie everybody's been waiting for. It's not getting great reviews. Huh.
Yeah,
that sucks.
I didn't know.
You didn't hear anything
about the bad reviews. Yeah, we're on Rotten Tomatoes right now looking.
Yeah.
But I really the actors weren't actually the child actor was really good.
I think he was the best
one.
one.
Not the best actor, but probably one of the best
How
child
did
actors
the
I've
mom
seen.
do?
The mom? She was good. She was above average, but the worst actress was most definitely the daughter. She was just like this annoying. Maybe she wasn't the worst actress, but her character was just kind of annoying to me. She was like, oh man, my childhood was weird, so I live by a tattoo shop and I listen to heavy metal and I put it all in your face. Like there's this one scene where you see posters of like all this like Avenged Sevenfold and like Deftones.
I hate Avenged Sevenfold.
I don't really.
If one person comes up to me again and says, "You listen to Avenged Sevenfold," I'm like, "No, I don't like nothing against the band. I don't like that kind of music." And if one more hipster comes up to me
what?
So many remember, and I don't want to say, you know that band, yeah. She used to come up to me and be the band Percussion Girl. We talked about it the other day. She like name starts with a V.
Okay.
Yeah. So she used to come up to me all the time and just be like, "Oh man."
I thought you were talking about the guy that moved that played percussion.
Oh no.
He was also a huge offensive, and you hated him for some reason.
Which one is that? We had to do another.
Really fast. I'll talk to you about this later.
Okay.
But yeah, it was kind of annoying just how much it put in our face. But the movie itself was really scary. And there were a few jump scares, probably more than I'd like.
Did any get you?
No, the jump scares aren't really scary. Well, okay, there's more than I'd like, jump scares, 1. 2, they were less than like the average amount of jump scares in a new horror film. But the jump scares weren't scary. It was the actual movie, just the being there. I was just scared in general of being at the movie theater. I was scared when I got home. It was that scary. Like the movie.
Yeah, I remember because I drove you home and you were.
No, I'm not talking about this. It was just a scary movie. Like the movie itself was just scary. Like it was just really good. Really well done.
Yeah. What do you think of the? Did you see the face of the girl, like the monster that moves when the lights are off and stuff?
I'm sorry.
Did you see the face of the monster like we do in the short film?
A few times, but never like in a short film. They get this like blue light bar. What's that called? Like black light. And the monster is okay in the black light. Like she can still be there. So she's walking around thinking she's safe with the black light. And then you see her arm. And like what turns out is the mother was at like an insane, a mental hospital.
Yeah,
exactly
something
what
like that. Yeah.
And that's where she met this girl that like killed her dad. She like gets inside of people's heads, and she has like a rare skin disease, and she ends up dying. The girl with this rare skin disease, and the mom like has her in her head, and she's like the only person that the monster actually bothers. And then like her mom's scared of her. It's like basically like an abusive relationship kind of. It's like like she can get rid of it by taking like her antidepressant pills, but she doesn't because she's scared of the monster. You know, she doesn't like the monster takes them away sometimes. Like in one movie, the monster takes away her pills. And like she's starting to mess with her children and like starting to hurt her children, and she's just basically scared the entire time, you know.
Yeah, it seems pretty normal that you'd be terrified of a thing that you can't see.
Well, they're like we're best. She's like we're best. You know, it's just like one of those relationships, basically.
Yeah, it's like I ran into a pole. That's why my eyes black. Yeah. But so okay, so you like the actor Jack. What did you think of the
Oh, I gotta go back. Okay, now I remember what the question was. The black light. You see, it's the black light. She brings it down, and then she thinks she's safe, but then the monster grabs her, and you see her skin because she has a skin disease. Like I said, that's where I was at. I couldn't remember, what the question was. You see her skin disease, and then luckily she's like a monster's about to grab like the daughter and like basically kill her, because she's a really violent.
Oh, she's a violent monster, really.
And then the kid comes in with the light and like burns her, and she's like grabbing on her arm so the monster can't get away, and like you can see her like her flesh eating away. Basically.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, poor girl.
Poor monster.
No, but I don't know. I just wanted to. I was skeptical about this thing. I didn't think they'd adapt it correctly, but it seems like they've done a pretty good job. When's Lights Out 2 coming out?
Oh God, I
hope
not.
Please, we need more.
Oh God.
We know how Nick loves sequels.
Oh God, I'm trying to think of a sequel I actually like.
Oh man,
the second
Dragonheart 2.
Dragonheart?
Did you ever watch those as kids?
No.
Oh, they're really cheesy dragon movies.
My favorite sequel is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days.
I hate you so much. I hate that movie. You know I hate that movie.
I like that movie.
You just like it because Moretz is in it.
She's not even in that one. She's in the first one.
Oh, who's the
Chloe Grace Moretz is in the first one, not the second or the third one.
I will never understand why you like Chloe Grace Moretz.
I didn't like the first or second one, but Dog Days is so funny to me. It's so cringy. Okay. It's like a guilty pleasure.
They're all cringy.
It's like a guilty pleasure of mine.
French fries or freaking Danny DeVito.
Okay. Any questions yet? Let's ask some questions.
I can't really think of much else. Was the weird drapey black hair necessary, or was it just like like the little orphan children in scary movies always have weird black drapey hair.
Well, she had it throughout the entire movie. So like, there's a scene of her when she's 13 and she first goes there and she has a long hair, and I think it's like to cover her face from light, basically a lot. Because like in one scene you see her and they're out in the sun, she has like an umbrella over her. Like her skin basically can't touch sunlight or any light, and it's not just because she's a monster. Like before she died, it's like when she was even a kid she couldn't do that. Well, the backstory to her is like she was locked in a basement by her dad, and then like her dad killed himself, and then with like blood it wrote on the walls like she's inside my head. So like she gets inside people's heads and she's a really creepy. You know?
She's magic-y.
I guess so.
I guess you get pretty creepy when you can't get in sunlight.
Yeah, I don't know. She looked creepy. She had a weird skin. It was like lines. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what. You know.
Well, we don't like people with diseases. We're
anti-disease.
Oh my gosh.
Anti-disease friendship.
Oh my gosh. So we've got. So are we going to switch to?
Was that all you have? One question?
Well, we didn't do Star Trek very long, but there's not. I mean, without you seeing Star Trek, I can't really explain it to you. Lights Out seems a little more.
Yeah. I thought the child actor, what's his name? I don't know his name right offhand. Oh, here it is. Martin. It's Gabriel Bateman. Is that? I think that's.
Oh, is that might be Jason Bateman's? Does Jason? I know it's a long shot, but check if he has any relation to Jason Bateman. I love Jason Bateman.
1 second. Okay. You look at it real quick and then ask me a question.
Okay. Just see Jason Bateman.
Oh, he was at. Gabriel Bateman was in Annabelle.
Oh, really? Great. So he
Band
does.
of Robbers. He does horror films. I guess that's what he
Jacob
did.
Centaurus is my favorite.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. I just saw that weird like hair in the Discovery.
Oh, that does look like his.
Let's see.
What are we at? 1 minute. We're at 21 minutes.
Okay, we're doing okay.
I thought the little kid was definitely really good for a child actor.
You thought he was good?
I thought the mother did well. I thought the daughter did as best as she could. They kind of wrote her bad.
In the ad, it just looks like he's surprised about everything. Like she's like, "We're gonna live here with this monster," and he goes, "What?" It's like, "No way, monster, crazy."
Well, the daughter has a boyfriend, and it's kind of, I don't know. It's like,
how old is the daughter?
She's like probably in her mid-20s, like 25.
Oh, yeah, that's annoying.
And like it's kind of annoying. She was like, "You're not my boyfriend, but we've been seeing each other for 9 months." And it starts off with that. Like he's like, "Can I just spend the night or leave something here?" And she's like, "No." And then it was just, I don't know.
It sounds like the worst person ever.
And like the guy was like, "You're my girlfriend." And she's like, "I wouldn't say girlfriend." And he's like, "Yeah, we've seen each other for 9 months
What are you in kindergarten? Like,
I don't know. I don't know how relationships work anymore. I guess they're talking for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Seems like 80 years old. Yeah, we've been talking.
I hate it. It's, as y'all might not know, we're young people, and if we hear one, you wouldn't know. And if I hear one more person say, "We've been talking for 6 months," and they're texting all the time, oh my god.
And hanging out all the time.
It's driving me crazy.
Relationships are being killed by our
by
generation.
phones, yeah. It's
Twitter's fault.
Stupid people surrounded by idiots.
But that kind of annoyed me.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess it was funny.
Well, guess what I did this week that was incredibly productive?
What?
I binged the series after Avatar: The Last Airbender. Did you ever watch any of that?
The Last Airbender?
Yeah, The Last Airbender, the show.
Which season?
I was watching The Legend of Korra.
Oh, I watched like the first season of that, and then like the second season, I was waiting for it to come out, and then I kind of fell off the train, and then I just never watched season 2.
I don't like Korra as much. She's annoying. Like, she's.
I was young. I watched it like when it came out, so I don't remember much about Korra.
As you might like, these are they're complex cartoons. Like the Korra and like.
Not as complex as Drake and Josh.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I mean, he gets a balloon on his face full of mud. I mean, you don't just walk away. I mean, that's some serious writing right there. But. But no, they're pretty good cartoons. You know, they I've never understood. They seem to be made by Japanese people, yet they seem to be made for America. But like the writing's in Japanese, and there are a lot of Japanese cultural names and stuff in it. But like, Sakura. It looks like that's from Naruto.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Sasuke?
That's also from Naruto.
Naruto? No, I know there's Aang, and then there's I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen those. I like them.
You should rewatch them. They're really, really good.
I should. I actually want to.
And they're all on Amazon Prime.
Oh, sweet. I'll probably do that tonight.
But Korra, they only have the first 3 seasons on Prime, so I'm about to
watch Korra.
Korra is
meh.
Meh. It's really meh. Like, it's good.
Disappointing compared to the first season?
It has the same quality and just as good characters except for Korra, and it's all centered around Korra, and I don't like Korra.
I remember the first season, she met these two guys that were like firebenders, I think.
No, one was a firebender, one was an earthbender.
Okay, and then there's like a girlfriend that turns out to be evil.
No, she's not evil.
She's not.
No.
Her dad's evil?
Her
dad is evil.
My dad's evil, but I can't support you, Dad, so I'm going to electrocute you with a zappy thing.
Is that how she
That happens a lot. No, she...
Does he ever die?
I can't remember if he
I know there's like mind benders or blood benders.
Oh, yeah, bloodbenders is
They're like...
Yeah,
their fingers...
Your
can't
body
see
is
me.
You can't see me.
You can't see my bloodbending pose.
Yeah, that's pretty freaky. Okay. They had bloodbenders in the old one. They really opened.
Really?
There was one episode and it was creepy. I remember thinking when I was little, it was really creepy. There was like this old.
Oh, so
woman.
it wasn't like it was just like one episode.
Yeah, it was like kind of like it was like a filler episode, but not really. Like they were just chilling, and this old lady can like bend blood, and she like kills people up on the mountain. It's really freaky.
I never finished The Last Airbender, but I'm guessing that Aang won.
Oh no!
I mean, I can only assume that he killed the bad guy.
Well, did he kill him? It's been so long. I can't remember if he killed him.
I think I watched like part 2. It was like a.
The end's really cool because there's like the Last Airbender series. There's like the fire stuff. There's a comet that covers the sun.
Oh, that's the summer solstice.
Summer solstice. So they all the firebenders are like super powerful. Dude, I remember the saddest thing here was this guy's up on like an airship and he's just burning the ground below him, like all this farmland. He's like breathing fire like a dragon, and just like swaths of earth are burning, and I feel so bad for the people down there because they're dead, you know. So
I can do like that's like I'm pretty sure like burning to death is the most painful thing that humans know.
But childbirth is more painful.
Oh god. It's like 7 seconds. If you only feel like the burn for like 7 seconds, and then you lose all your nerves. I think it's either 4 or 7.
I don't know. I watched
Fire's pretty cool.
Fire's so cool. So I'm gonna open this question up to you. If you could be one of the Avatar bender things, which one would you be?
You mean like would I be Earth, Wind, Fire?
Yeah. Earth, Wind, Fire, and Rain. You're not get okay. Just
Earth, Wind, and Fire, the band.
Yeah.
You said Earth, Wind, Fire, and Rain.
Just leave me alone. Just choose.
I don't know. I really think Fire's cool, but I don't want to be a bad guy. But then again,
you don't have to be a bad guy.
In Legend of Korra, they're not bad.
No, they all live in harmony, except they don't, but they kind of.
And like in the Avatar, are all the firebenders just like naturally born evil? Are they like basically?
No. They're led by like an evil tyrant, and then like Zuko.
But like if someone was to go inside like the Fire Nation, not everyone would hate them if they were.
No, because there is one in the 3rd season. They go to the Fire Nation, and then it's just like a regular country, except their military is invading places.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like being in America when we're at war, except we're
Let's not get into politics here.
Well, you know, it's like Iraq, you know.
George Bush.
Yeah, we're all the way. No. Okay, sorry. By the way, we're recording from a locked up basement. Please save us.
Oh yeah, there's that one YouTuber that's like people are thinking she's been captured by ISIS. You haven't heard about that?
No, I haven't heard about that.
Philip DeFranco. Let's talk about.
Of course, Philip DeFranco's talked about.
Yeah, I had an interview with her. But that's
okay.
If I could be any, Earth would be cool. Water would be cool. Wind would not be cool. I would not bet it. But then again, I can make a ball and
roll around on it. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Okay, that makes it cool.
I'd be water because you can play around with water. Like fire, there's not much you can do except fight people with it.
No, you can play around with fire. You can juggle fireballs.
Yeah, but you can't if you hit your friend with fire, he's gonna be pissed. It's like you hit your friend with some water.
I'd be pretty pissed if you threw water on me.
But you're not gonna be scarred for life.
That's true. Scarred for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Probably water.
If you just throw fire at me, I'd be like, no. That's what you talking about.
Well, water. Can you bend any liquid, or is it just water? Like, could you bend gasoline?
All the could you bend gasoline?
That took me a second to get that.
Oh my gosh! But no, we learn later on in the series, like earthbenders can bend metal because there's earth and metal, and then there's such thing as a lava bender in Korra. So it's from an earthbender. Earthbenders get some cool extra stuff.
Oh,
waterbenders do blood bending. Firebenders can shoot lightning.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
No, I'm still gonna do bloodbending.
And then airbenders.
What exactly is bloodbending? Can you just control?
Yeah, the blood in their body and control them like puppets.
Okay.
It's really
so you can't make them. Okay, that makes sense.
You can make them go like this.
So the real question is, if you could be any pony from My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic.
Shut up about ponies. We're recording in a room of a person who's not here right now who loves My Little Pony, and it is the creepiest thing. I don't like it.
He doesn't live here. It's not our friend. It's a friend of a.
We don't have to explain it.
Don't have to explain. I just don't want them to think I'm friends with a brony.
Oh yeah, I mean, we hate him.
They are not people to us.
Okay.
So let's get into
we need to get into Ghostbusters because we haven't talked about that yet.
Okay, we're at 30 minutes.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I think we spend like 20 minutes on this. We'll probably get 10 minutes done and then fill in with something else. Probably promoting the channel and something like that.
Squarespace.com.
Yeah, pretend we have sponsors.
10% off if you use the code.
It's great. Use the code
Nick and
Neil.
Nick and Knight. George Lopez show.
George Lopez. Why?
I used to like that show so much.
I hate George Lopez.
I hate him, but I love I love that show.
He relies so much on his race to make anything funny, and it makes me mad.
The show, does he do it on the show too? Like that Nick at Night show? It's just called George Lopez. The show is called George Lopez.
Yeah, I remember he had like a kid or something.
He had 2 kids. The show is literally called George Lopez.
You never watched Alf, right?
No.
Did I ever tell you about Alf?
No.
It's this old 90s show where this like alien crash lands and lives with the family. Hey, spoiler alert, the alien is a puppet. Basically. What? It's like a puppet person. And it's like not funny, but like everybody thought he was funny, but he's just like, does anybody have any back teen? And it's like, just shouting something does not make it funny. You know what I mean? Yeah. He'd say, he goes, is this because I didn't use a coaster? You know?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Let's...
You
know who I don't like? I don't like Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman?
No.
I'm kind of anti-Sarah Silverman as well. I'm kind of anti-women comedians who, like, do really, really obscene stuff on their stand-up specials, and then they act like they want to be... And I know men comedians do this as well, and I don't like it when they do it either, but they
So you're anti-anyone that does
I'm anti-anyone, actually. I'm anti-any comedians that's really obscene on stage and says all these crazy things. And then they want to be taken serious when they're doing, like, humane stuff or speaking at the Democratic Convention like Sarah Silverman did. I don't understand. How are we, like, Amy Schumer. She has the grossest, like, most anti-feminist, like, stuff that sets back feminism, like, 10 years, you know. And then she wants to, her dad gets her a spot on C-SPAN, and she wants to talk about kids in Africa, and you're like, you just said the nastiest. It's just I don't like Amy Schumer. Really.
I don't like Amy Schumer at all either.
Man, she steals jokes.
She steals comedy.
It makes me so mad.
There was that little kid that like spent the night at her house one night. You know, he's like 17.
I haven't heard about this.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know who it is, but he like spent the night at her house one night before like some award show. And then, like, he put something on Twitter, and it was like, I'm not the first person to say that I spent the night at her house. Oh. And she got really mad about it. And I was like, wait, your entire comedy premise is based off of you being... Like, your show is literally called Inside Amy Schumer. Yeah. So how could you get upset? I don't know. I don't like Amy Schumer either.
I don't know. I mean, but, you know, people develop personas to seem funny, but, like, at the same time, it's become so much of her image, you don't need to act like you're...
better than her?
Yeah, I don't know. It makes me mad. I don't really enjoy it.
Let's start with
Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is the only thing we saw together, so I guess we'll start with characters. And I'd like to preface this with the fact that we have nothing against a women-led Ghostbusters. We literally just
I do. Oh, I am anti
Are you
everything.
Serious?
I hate women. I'm just kidding.
He's joking.
I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
If anybody makes it this far in the video, he's joking. But no, but it was the most mediocre thing ever. Like, it was... I
think it was about mediocre. Because like, you averaged out from, like, Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. Act 1 is like 70%. I'd give it, like, a 80%, because it was really funny. Act 2, like, a 40%. And then Act 3, like, a 60%.
Yeah, and Chris Hemsworth is easily the funniest thing in this movie.
But if you average those out, it's above average. I think I'd give it, like, a 65 to a 70.
I like the guy who, in the haunted house in the beginning, like, he, why are you moving my arm?
The guy Gabe from The Office?
Yeah. No, not from The Office. He's from Silicon Valley.
Is he also not in The Office?
I don't know. I don't think he's in
The Office. Is it a guy that has, like, the door and then he walks inside? Yeah, he's from The Office. That's how I know him.
I swear to God he was in Silicon Valley.
He's probably in both.
Okay, fine. We'll look it up. Well, anyway, it's really, really funny. If you don't know, it starts out, it's an all-female cast for the Ghostbusters. Oh, you're right. He is in The Office. Fine. But he's been getting a lot of movie roles. He was in Spy with Melissa McCarthy, so I guess that's why he made this one as well.
I didn't like Spy.
I love Spy.
I remember seeing the trailer and I was like, this looks so dumb.
You should watch it with me again, because it's really, really funny. It is easily the best Melissa McCarthy movie.
Tammy, though.
Tammy sucked. Don't talk to me about freaking Tammy.
Well, isn't she in that movie with Seth Rogen, or they go... That's someone else.
I don't know.
Same type of comedian.
Don't get me started on Tammy. My mom took me to see Tammy. I watched Tammy with my mom. It was so annoying. I can't.
Bad moms.
Ugh.
Oh, God, that movie looks terrible.
Ugh. Freaking.
I hate bad movies.
She's like, I don't want to go to a PTA thing. Let's be bad moms. Shut up. Who cares? Nobody cares about you, bad mom person.
Shut up. I care about Mila Kunis. You don't care about Mila Kunis?
I do not care about Mila.
Because in the movie theater, you seem like you care.
No.
You're like, You're like...
No. No. Okay, so we're gonna switch.
Chris Hemsworth was so funny.
Chris Hemsworth was hilarious. He played this uber dumb guy who constantly was covering his eyes when noises were too loud. I love that.
That was funny.
Or they go, can you answer the... He was the secretary, but he was useless, right? Yeah. And he's like, can you answer the phone? And he goes, can't. It's in the fish tank.
They don't get it unless they say.
I know, but he was just a really, really great character. I really enjoyed him.
A big problem I had of the movie is the fact that the entire time, like leading up to the movie, the what's it called? The thing that Deadpool did so I can't think of the name of it.
Ad campaign.
The ad campaign. The entire ad campaign was like, hey, we're not the original movie. We're different. We're not at all. We want to be, based on our own. We don't want anyone to compare us to the first Ghostbusters. But the entire time that the movie, they have all these throwbacks.
But that's not completely true, because the first trailer that everyone hated, and kind of subsequently after that hated all the trailers, the first trailer said 20 years ago, 4 scientists saved New York. But, it's set in a different world where that never happened, so they, we did some weird continuity thing that the other scientists never existed. This is its own universe.
You don't think that they
no, it's not in the past.
Do you think that they might have changed it, the entire movie?
No.
You think they might have just changed the editing and just got rid of all the scenes involving?
They had a bunch of old cast scenes, but they're not themselves. But
I'm saying, do you think that maybe originally they had scenes where the original Ghostbusters talked to the new Ghostbusters and it was they known?
No. Because from the beginning they said this is a different movie, and then the trailer freaked everybody out thinking it was a sequel or something like that.
It's still annoying that they had all these old characters from the originals. And and there was all these nods to it, and I think that's it kind of annoyed me.
I liked the nods. I liked seeing. Was it 10?
I would have liked the nods.
Didn't get a lot of them though, because you've never seen the original Ghostbusters.
I have seen it. It's just been so long I don't remember it.
I really liked seeing. I think it was Dan Aykroyd that we saw, not Harold Ramis. It was Dan Aykroyd. It was definitely Dan Aykroyd.
And Bill Murray.
And we saw Bill Murray.
And the secretary lady.
I didn't like Bill Murray's cameo as much. Remember?
He died.
Yeah, he dies.
Rest in peace, Bill Murray. He dies in Zombieland.
Ernie Hudson had a great cameo.
Yeah, he's like, T4s. These are only whatever.
No, he was no, that was Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, really? I don't know
he was the one with he was the uncle of Leslie Jones.
No. I'm talking about the cab driver that tried to get in the cab.
That's Dan Aykroyd.
Okay.
Okay, so that's he was one of the old Ghostbusters. He looks a lot older now.
I'm guessing so.
Yeah.
20 years does some numbers on your face.
And your body.
And your body.
And your hair.
And your hair.
And your job, apparently, because he's driving a cab. Oh my gosh. That's so weird.
Well, no, he's still an actor, so.
Yeah.
We're talking about real life.
Easily, Kate McKinnon was the best woman Ghostbuster, I think. Kristen Wiig just played this weird thing, and then Kate McKinnon had a cool action scene, which was...
Kate McKinnon wasn't my favorite. I'd definitely say Kristen, whatever Wiig. Because Kate McKinnon barely talked. She was just kind of...
But she was a good character.
But she didn't even talk. It wasn't even a real character. She was just someone there to give you stuff.
But she had the best action scenes. She
had the best action scenes, but I feel like her character was just there to give people stuff.
They had one great action scene.
Kate McKinnon is really hot, by the way.
What's wrong with you? She's not.
Yes, she is.
Okay, we're gonna disagree on this one, but Kristen Wiig was in there, Melissa McCarthy, and Leslie Jones.
I'd say Kristen Wiig was probably my favorite.
I didn't like Leslie. I don't know. I think a lot of people worried that she was gonna be a racial stereotype, and
in the trailer she did.
In the trailer, she was a really.
The trailer was just terrible.
Whoever
made the trailer should never be allowed in Hollywood.
Yeah, it was so terrible.
Ever again, whoever was on that team, it was so bad.
It was such it exposed the plot. It did a weird continuity thing, and it made Leslie Jones just look like a racial stereotype, which is really not what she was.
She had one scene where it was so much, and it's not that bad, just one little stereotype scene.
But I always felt like Leslie Jones, and I don't want her to become like George Lopez, where she just relies on her race.
Well, she didn't in this movie.
Huh? She didn't, yeah, and I really thought that was very admirable.
God, that stuff on Twitter. Did you hear about the Twitter thing that went on with her?
He called her Harambe or whatever?
A lot of people, there was just terrible things said to her.
Oh. Yeah, and so they kicked that guy off.
They kicked that guy. They kicked a lot of guys off.
They kicked people off for making fun of Leslie Jones.
She had some pretty terrible things said to her on Twitter. It was bad.
Yeah. I feel like Kate McKinnon, she's still on the SNL cast. Look, she has something on her filmography called The Big Gay Sketch Show.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I just burped.
But anyway...
That's not why. I said, oh, man, because I was,
Yeah, just...
Not. Kristen Wiig.
I didn't like Kristen Wiig as much in this one. I think she's a great actor. I just don't think she did great in this.
What? I just went to her website. It scared me.
Alright. I thought...
She was on Saturday Night Live? She was on Knocked Up?
You didn't know she was on Saturday Night Live?
Oh, no, I was just saying she was on Saturday Night Live, and then
I've always
Knocked
thought
Up.
she's looked too old for her. Like, her face has always looked older than she is. And she's 42 now, but like...
I saw that the opposite. I saw 42.
She looked exactly the same 10 years ago. That's what I mean. Like, when she was like 32, she looked 42. And now she looks 42.
The king of that, or the queen of that, is Jennifer Aniston. Because... Does she look any older than she did?
She looked better in Friends. She really did age. If you look back, if you like,
really?
Search her in Friends, she looked way better.
Maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just the Carolyn's not as quality, but no, I think she looks better now. She looks too 90s there.
No, not all the time in the show though.
The bump up. She didn't
have that the whole time though.
That infomercial was like the bump up, and you put it in your hair.
Yeah,
that's what she looks like. The bump up.
Gotta get more volume. We need more volume.
But the movie, the third act was, the second act was really boring.
What do you give it? 7 out of 10?
6.5 out of 10.
You give it less? I thought we gave it more when we were there.
No, I said the first act was like an 8 out of 10.
First act 8. Second
Middle
act
like a 4.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5.
And then the third act like a 6 or 7.
That's a pretty good.
The third act, really nice action scene. We never talked about that.
Yeah, Kate McKinnon had the only good action scene.
The only action scene in the movie at all. Really.
It was great. She had like those
electro
whips.
It was like a slow motion.
It was so great. They did the old theme song and dude, why did
Fall Out Boy?
Screw Fall Out Boy. Why is Fall Out Boy? If you didn't know, did a like remix of the song of the old Ghostbusters theme song, and guess what? It's terrible. And not only
like most of their music.
Oh man! Hopefully we get famous enough to where we make Fall Out Boy mad. But like, for some reason, they remixed it, and it's just so wrong. Like it doesn't fit.
Well, it's just their scene when you actually hear them singing.
Yeah, it's like oh god, it's terrible.
That's not how it was, but it was still bad. It was just as bad as that.
Okay, let's talk about our favorite scenes with each of the actors. So Kate McKinnon, obviously the action scene, right? That's your favorite scene with her. Okay, Kristen Wiig, favorite scene with Kristen Wiig. I think I'd go with...
I don't think. My favorite scenes were obviously when they're all together. Maybe... I don't know, I can't think of a favorite scene with her.
I like Kristen... Oh, Melissa McCarthy, my favorite scene was when they go to the dean of the college and he flips them off multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
That was the funniest thing.
Well, that involved Kate McKinnon.
That had Kristen Wiig in it, but Melissa McCarthy kind of led that scene.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. And Kate McKinnon action scene. Leslie Jones, my favorite scene with Leslie Jones.
Probably the end when she gives the thing back to her uncle that owns the funeral.
No, my favorite was when she had the mannequin. And she turned the mannequin's possessed by a ghost.
The mannequin,
the mannequin gets possessed.
Me and Neil have a weird thing with mannequins.
Yeah, they freaked me out, and so I was just like, she turns back to the mannequin and she's like, "Don't you move, mannequin!" And then the mannequin like starts running.
That was creepy.
Oh man, that was so funny. I love that. And then Kristen Wiig. I can't even think of a scene that I really like Kristen Wiig in. I wish she was never really like knocked out, drag out funny.
No.
She was obsessed with Chris Hemsworth.
Maybe when she talked about maybe when she talked about her book, like those scenes, are those funny?
I like maybe when she was with the dean and she was trying to get tenure and like he wouldn't. She's like, "Don't look at my book. It's so cringy."
Oh, and I
don't understand where they got any money from that whole time. They didn't seem to make any money, and yet they're supporting their Ghostbusters place.
I don't know. The government paid for them at the end, and they got a really nice building.
Yeah, I do remember that. I did like that. She's like, the cat is out of the bag. Remember that scene?
We
And
gotta
then she
tip
goes,
the cat in
she
the
goes,
bag.
put the damn cat back in the bag.
You can't.
You can't.
The movie had some funny scenes.
Yeah, it had some funny scenes, and the best stuff was when they were all together.
I'd give it above. It's above average. It's like a 6.5. So
Okay.
5 being average.
Okay. What are we gonna finish this off? Okay. So, we're gonna we're gonna finish this off with 2 conversations. We're gonna talk about
A band that we like, and then a new game coming out
that I'm excited for, but Nick has yet to be introduced to.
I'm somewhat excited for it.
I'm so excited, man.
But I don't want to get too excited because I don't have the money to pre-order right now.
Okay, well let's save the talk for the. Once this really hits big, we'll have enough money to order.
Dude,
as
yes,
many
AdSense.
Please watch us.
Please click the ads before the video. No, I don't
We
think
don't
we
have
even
any
have
ads,
I don't
no.
think we even have monetization.
We have to actually have views.
Maybe when we get to
What we make
100.
like 5 cents a video. What is it, like $7 1,000
It'd
views?
be like 0.0 cents.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
it'd be like 0.02 cents.
It'd be so sad.
Oh,
Okay,
man. Who
so
cares?
we've got
Everyone starts somewhere, Neil.
everyone starts somewhere. That's right. So what were we talking about?
Let's talk about No Man's Sky first. I feel like it's a longer
Okay,
conversation.
so No Man's Sky, if you don't know, is a space exploration game, which I'm very excited for, and mostly because the universe has over 18 quintillion planets, and
Let's count how many zeros that is right quick.
that's quite a few zeros. So
Quintillion.
okay, quintillion.
Let's count.
That is a lot of zeros.
It is 1,000 raised to the power of 6, 10, 18. A million raised to the
Put
power
it to
of...
7 quintillion. See what comes out. How many zeros?
Okay, don't yawn.
I'm sorry.
Not names of large numbers. There's a Wikipedia page called 1 quintillion pennies.
Oh my gosh,
There's no zeros. Okay. Oh, here it is. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's
that's
9
just
zeros.
trillion.
Is it trillion?
That's just a trillion, isn't
It
it?
says 7 quintillion.
Yeah, that's just a trillion.
That's a billion.
Okay.
It says 7 quintillion and billions.
Put it on quintillion.
Oh, that's too much. You have to multiply the times that, I think.
Just click quintillion.
Where's quintillion?
Right
oh, here
there.
it is. Is it quintillion?
No, it's quintillion.
Okay, this is too confusing. I don't know how to do this.
Sextillion?
Let's just
Okay,
continue.
so anyway, there's a lot of planets in this game, and it's all procedure. There's so much dead space. We already argued about that. So, the thing is, like, all the planets are procedurally generated, so you almost never run out of stuff to do. It's just this massive open world expanse, and I can't even describe it to you without you seeing the videos. So I think we're gonna switch to the next topic, but it's really interesting, and I'm definitely keeping my eyes.
Well, there's some things we can talk about, like
Okay.
the deeper you go into the middle of the universe. I was told.
Oh yeah. There's oh, sorry.
Well, there's like a code that they make, and like the code makes like different animals and species and like types of
Yeah.
aliens that you find.
Even
come
the
across.
sounds for the aliens are procedurally
I'm
generated.
trying to think. That's not a code. What's it called?
Procedural generation.
No, there's like a
Algorithm.
yeah. There's an algorithm that makes it.
Yeah, and apparently you can travel. You start on the edge of the universe, and you try to head towards the middle, and nobody knows what's at the middle, and you can head on the middle, or you can stay on the planets, and the planets are planet size. So like you could walk around it and not get to the other side for like
The size
a year.
of one planet is probably the size of a regular, like a large size.
Yeah, I mean depending on what size. I mean they're all procedurally generated as well.
Think of Rick and Morty in a video game.
Yeah.
Where you basically have control. Somewhat
You
maybe.
do
like
whatever you want. There's trading. There's space battles. It's just gonna be epic, man.
Isn't it MMO? Isn't there like other?
On some level, but the odds of you finding another person are so slim that no one will probably ever find another person.
I'm sure someone will.
Oh, we'll figure it out eventually. But a lot of people are mad about that because they want a multiplayer component, and he has said that he might add. They're just trying to get it out.
Private servers.
Yeah, and it's such an expansive game, and it's such a small team working on it. And the algorithm has allowed them to make it, but they're gonna need funding from the game revenue before they can add anything else.
Of course.
Yeah. So I'm definitely totally game for waiting for that. I'm just excited about the base game alone. But then you also have the mission of getting to the middle of the universe, and there's some secret there, and nobody's told us what's there, and it's going to be really, really fun.
You think there's multiple middles of the universe?
No, I doubt it. Although you can play offline.
Okay.
You can if you want.
Because I'm thinking if there's a middle of the universe, then won't everyone like eventually get to the middle of the universe?
Yeah, but how big is the middle of the universe? Because it might just be an area.
Well,
And
if
if
you go
there's
into-
he said if you discovered like I don't know how many planets it was a second, the sun would still burn out before we discovered all of them. Like all the planets will never be discovered.
It was like 100
yeah,
minutes a
even
second.
yeah. something like that. He was on Stephen Colbert like a year ago.
Example: 100 planets a second. You would still run out.
Yeah.
You still wouldn't get to every planet before the sun ran out. Like our sun.
Yeah, and you'd have to, and that's like spending a second on every planet.
Yeah,
so it's crazy.
So
yeah.
Now we're gonna get into the band. Me and Neil are seeing Blink-182 tomorrow.
It's Neil and I.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're seeing Blink-182 tomorrow, and
I apologize.
Nick's more excited than I am, although I'm very excited. This has been Nick's bread and butter band for quite a while.
Quite a
while.
I actually saw them in Austin. They came to Texas and played at the X Games, and I went to that. They played like 25 songs at that show. It was crazy. Like it was like an hour and a half set. It was amazing.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And they were really good live. Like I've seen some video like of them playing live, and it's not always that great.
It's Skiba now, right? Though?
Yeah, but Skiba is such a better singer than Tom DeLonge. Like maybe Tom DeLonge writes better. You know, he's a founding member of the band, but Matt Skiba is so much better live. He's a better guitarist. He's a better musician altogether.
Mm-hmm.
His voice is so much better. And Mark and him together sound just exponentially better.
So they've released a new album, and we're definitely game for going to see it.
It's called California. Came out like a few weeks ago.
What song are you most excited to hear live? Because I have not listened to it yet.
My favorite song they played live was Feeling This. It was the first time they played. And they played it so
I do love Feeling This.
So maybe that song again. Maybe some of their newer stuff to see what it sounds like live. I actually like their new album quite a bit.
Really? I want to hear Rabbit Hole.
Actually, I like that song.
Yeah, okay. So I'm definitely game for some.
I didn't like Bored to Death. I'm one of the only people that didn't like Bored to Death.
I like Bored to Death.
It was probably like one of their it was the biggest song off the album, but I like Rabbit Hole a lot better.
Okay. Do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so this has been the MiniVerse podcast. If you've made it this far, then you are one of the few, and we would like to challenge you to listen to more of it so our stats go up. Please share this video, tell your friends.
If you made it this far, type 222 in the comments.
Yeah, that's if you skip to the end, you're a disgrace. But
in 3 weeks, school is starting back up, and at school, I'm in AV Tech, so we have better computers to use, better microphones that I have access to. So
we're definitely going to improve the quality.
The quality will go up so much
exponentially
if you just stick around for a few more weeks.
Definitely our British listeners. We're
Thank you
very excited.
How's Brexit treating you, by the way?
Oh man, apparently their currency has gone down in value like 1 billion%. That's totally an exaggeration, but we're already seeing like
200%
economic. I don't know anything.
I watched The Big Short last. Dang it, I didn't get to talk about that.
Okay,
talk about that next week.
We'll do Big Short next week.
Little rant right here. Didn't understand any of it. I was like, what's happening?
It's just like
maybe it's because I understand mortgages.
Okay. We gotta end this. Okay. MiniVerse podcast. So you've gone a certain amount of minutes.
52 minutes.
52 minutes and counting. So we're gonna end this up. Independence Day Resurgence was mediocre and almost terrible. And goodbye.
Thank you for watching episode 2. Hope you stick around for episode 3 and beyond. Have a good day.